Hey everybody, I'm MirrorsHD, aka Josh with Y3K Games, and today I'll be gladly reviewing A Valley Without Wind 2. The game has you performing a fairly simple task, which is taking out all the evil that plagues the land. That does sound a little cliche, and I've seen 100 games just like it, but the way that this game has you completing that task makes it stand out for sure. A Valley Without Wind 2 is an action game just as much as a strategy, and if you don't pay constant attention to both aspects, you could make a critical mistake that could cost you a victory. The game starts you out in front of Demonica. It's here where the game will take you through tutorials allowing you to get used to the controls and relations between the scrolling side parts of the game. You'll be using the ASDF keys to cast the 4 spells you've been given. I changed my jump key from spacebar to the arrow key because I thought it felt awkward, but other than that, the control scheme seemed just fine to me. The interface during the side scroll portion is fairly easy to read as well. After completing this tutorial, you'll be thrust into a world map view, or overworld. To sum things up, the world map is divided into grids. Some grids are revealed and some are shrouded by fog of war. You can move your character freely across most tiles, except for the impassable ones and those you cannot see yet. Time doesn't pass while this occurs, giving you time to explore the world map a bit and play around with the various panels and menus. You'll also note that you've been given resistance fighters to move around, and it's vital that you keep them alive if possible. Losing all of them drops your population to 0 and effectively ending the game. In the overworld view, there's a bit of empire management going on. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see things like food, morale, population, etc. That gives you an idea of how well you're doing. You're able to order your forces to construct buildings and improvements at various locations to assist you in survival. Farms and clinics are 2 of the buildings that you'll need straight away to ensure their health and morale. A handy strategy advisor is available to assist you in learning the ropes as well as guiding you in what you should do next. Once you're done moving troops around in the overworld, you'll pick a grid with your character and enter the region. The game switches gears at this point to side-scrolling view, where you need to progress from one end of the level to the other without dying. You'll primarily be using the spells you've been given to dispatch enemies, and you'll need to pick up health and ammo they drop to replenish your character. Loot can be found in chests on occasions, though the game only allows you to carry one piece at a time. Loot can buff or debuff various things like character speed, attack power, resistance to damage, etc. It's important to check a chest before looting it, as the change in ownership is permanent. The enemy NPCs you'll face are varied indeed, featuring land sharks, blobs of water, flying machines, and other weird-looking contraptions. To sum up the gameplay, you'll be leveling up your character, seeing to the well-being of your forces, capturing grids, constructing buildings, and engaging in side-scrolling action, all with the goal of taking out Demonica once and for all. You'll be switching back and forth between overworld and side-scrolling views, which in most cases complete turns and causes the world around you to progress. Enemies get more powerful as the game goes on, so you'll need to find ways to level your character up in order to stay competitive. Cooperative multiplayer is available, and the game features a clear beginning, middle, and end game phase. The game promises 50 mage classes, 200 spells, 125 enemies, 14 biomes, 100 plus types of world map tiles, 64 character customization perks, and 100,000 of procedure equipment possibilities. So there's plenty of content there to keep the player busy for a while.